I just saw a reel posted by a um, diabetic nutritionist on Instagram, and I wanted to talk about it for a minute because it is addressing specifically something that's going on in the media right now at this current moment. For those of you that don't know, Serena Williams is using GLP-1s. Quite frankly, I don't really care. What the nutritionist is talking about, though, is specifically that this is a targeted campaign that seems to be specifically targeted at athletes. And Serena did an interview where she said, you should love your body at every size. And also said, I've lost 31 pounds using GLP-1s. And what that says is, unless you're an athlete, and then you need to fit the picture perfect mold of an athlete. What this nutritionist goes on to say is that there are, because of things like slow gastric emptying, which is what the drug does, right? We all know this, that gastroparesis, or the slowing of emptying of the stomach and the small intestine is what this drug does. That's what we've known for as long as it's been on the market. So for Ozempic in particular, since the 90s. This isn't a shock to anybody, so the lawsuits don't really make sense in that regard. But this very targeted approach to talking about Serena Williams losing weight using GLP-1s comes just before the US Open. And the nutritionist's concern are all the things that I've talked about in the past too, right? Like where I've seen people who have nutrient depleted themselves in their 20s and early 30s, not late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, late 40s, 50s, 20s and early 30s, nutrient deplete themselves into osteoporosis and menopause. And it takes a lot to recover from those. And I mean, particularly regarding osteoporosis, it's almost not reversible. And if you are going to say, while doing a promotion for a weight loss drug, you should love your body at every size, and also say you should use this drug for weight loss, I think we're not sending the same message. In fact, that message in that messaging is contradictory. There are absolutely uses for GLP-1s. And food, like I've said before, is one of the most abused substances in this country. And the fact that we have seen people develop eating disorders while using this drug, and the fact that we continue to see those behaviors in people who refuse to go on less than one shot a week, even in maintenance, it's concerning because we start to see the negative side effects of health. One of the other things that people nutrient deplete themselves into while on this medication is a thyroid dysfunction. We see it with their hair loss. We see it with the fact that their nails don't grow. We see it with the dull, lifeless skin. So I think when we're putting an athlete on the cover of a campaign, when female athletes are already given hell for their appearance and how they present to the world, I think we're doing ourselves a disservice. And like this diabetic nutritionist says, it almost takes away, because of the way the marketing campaign is being done, your choice, because this is a huge influencer. I mean, think about the reach of Serena Williams. Giving people medical advice on weight loss. It makes it seem like it would be okay for anybody to use. Yet we know that some of the side effects are severe and permanent. And we know that not everybody's body is going to react the same way because everybody's biochemistry is different. There are people who are going to try this drug and have 2 injections and lose all function of their stomach and their small intestine. There are people who are going to be able to be on this drug for decades and be fine. Part of the problem is the dose. And when we're not looking at what is the smallest amount possible I can get and still have reasonable change, I think we have lost the plot.